Hey, Freedom from Food Warriors. The question today is, how do I feel my feelings and face them? So I think it's important to note that through my journey, I didn't feel anything. I was numb. I was a robot. I was attaching so much of my value to achieving something and doing something that I didn't feel anything. Feelings were for sissies, feelings for the weak. Feeling vulnerable or expressing that you're vulnerable or needed help maybe was seen as a weakness. And so I didn't actually feel feelings. And what I eventually did is squash my feelings down with food by binging or helping myself feel better or in control when I was restricting. And then, binge drinking on alcohol. You forget, you distract yourself from the feelings that you might be having that are under the surface. You completely numb yourself. So you distract yourself from the real work. How can you sit and feel? And that is just it. Where is it in your body? So when you're sitting on your own in the quiet, no phone, no distractions, no TV, can you feel what you're feeling and where it is? Give it a location in your body. Is it in your head, in your brain? Do you feel it in your heart? Is it in your stomach? Is it in your solar plexus area? Does it feel tight? Does it feel tension? Does it feel twisted? Give it a texture. Is it rough? Is it smooth? Give it a shape. Is it a ball, a circle, a big one, a small one? Is it a rectangle? Is it got sharp edges? Is it squishy? Give it a texture, a location. Give it a color. And so you can name it and sit and feel that. If you're feeling anger, a lot of us don't express it. And so, beat something, get something and beat the pillow and scream, make a loud noise into your pillow. If you can't do it in the, shower, put some loud music on and do some screaming, some death screams. If you're sad, cry. I found it really tricky to cry for a lot of different reasons. And again, maybe from the point of view of being a big girl and putting my big girl panties on. Whereas crying is such an important tool for us to release tension and release that pressure valve that is going on. So, if you're going to cry, cry. And think about it from a perspective of, what would you say to your best friend if you saw somebody feeling something, whether it was anger, whether it was grief or sadness? Like, what would you say to your best friend? That's a good way to think about would you say to yourself. So when you know what you're feeling, then learn to understand what those feelings are telling you. So it's about perception. It's about the lesson that you're learning from them. Now, I do a lot of work with my clients and we talk about the emotional guidance scale. It tells me, once you've figured out your emotion and your feeling, where you're vibrating on a scale of high frequency to low frequency. The better feeling thoughts and feelings at the top and the worse feelings at the bottom. So it gives you an emotional guidance scale of how far away you are from actually yourself. So we all have, according to me, a higher self that we are connected to, that is a vibrational energy. It's not physical, it's not something we can touch, but it's something we can feel. And so when you know where your guidance scale is, you know what you're feeling. If you're in the higher portion of the feeling, you know that you're closer to your higher self. And if you are further away and down below, you know that you're further away from your higher self. So there's contradiction there, which creates resistance, why we feel so horrible. So as we get closer to ourselves and we really are closer to who we really are, then we actually have a better feeling. So that's something to consider. Now, how do you manage yourself when you have these feelings? So management of feelings is another part of emotional intelligence. And what I would say is, if you're going through a time of sadness or grief, I would say rest. Rest is one of the biggest priorities you would do for your body, so that you go inward and you recover and you refresh. If you're feeling angry or frustrated or irritated, that's more about energy. That's like energy think of a lion or a lioness that has energy. So you have the fuel for change. So then I would be looking for somebody, a mentor, a coach, a therapist who's right for you, that would take that energy and harness it into a fuel for change for yourself. Those are important tools. If you're feeling low, I've done a video before on feeling low, which you can find both on Instagram and on Facebook. There's some tips there where I talk about when you're feeling low, things that do not help you would be having alcohol. It would be having sugar, because of course that plays havoc with our blood sugar, and then it creates more anxiety in the body or more unsettling, and cravings, obviously. You know, can you pick yourself up without a binge, without that dopamine or serotonin hit of having a binge and potentially a purge session? Those are interesting questions. Other things you can do, which I talk about in the video, is spending time with a pet. It's dancing around the room. It's watching a movie that makes you laugh. It's connecting with friends. It's watching pictures or videos on your phone that you can truly be grateful for, times in your life, people in your life, connection in your life. So I would think about those. If you want a list of things, of ways that you can stop cravings, I can send that to you. So please comment below. Let me know if you're interested in this list that I put together, where it'll help you curb those cravings. Because if that's what you are concerned about in terms of feelings come across with no feelings, I don't feel feelings and then I crave things and that distracts me. Let me know if you'd like a list of those cravings. And I think ending it, I want you to think about getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. I think society helps us or forces us into a place where we think that having extreme feelings of when you're really sad, really low, or really elated isn't accepted, and sharing it isn't seen as something, again, powerful or strong or successful. So I would challenge that, and I would say to you, can you get comfortable with being uncomfortable? And some of the things I say to myself when I am low, because I do, realize that life has ebb and flow, just like the tides coming in and going out, is this time will pass. This time will pass, and so is the process of life. So I hope this has helped you. Please comment down below if you'd like that list, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.